The theme of order comes up a lot more in the Bible than you might think.
And then there's its opposite, chaos, which also shows up quite a bit throughout it.
What's so important about these themes? Let's find out on today's episode of JXN Cloud.
All right, we are about to play Obama Llama. The game where everything rhymes that my wife is way too good at. So here's how this game more or less
She's good
works.
at rhyming.
She's just good at all games. It's a little upsetting. So the way that this game works is there's 3 different kinds of cards. Go ahead, roll the dice. Green. You're going to be describing it. So in this case, just show the card first. You need to get us to figure out what the rhyme is. So on that first one, Austin Powers never showers. So on that one, you would be like, the guy, whatever you do, you have to get us to say that rhyme out loud. And if you can't, you can skip it. You can go to the next one, whatever. Okay, 1 minute to do as many as you can. Ready, go.
Okay. The guy from Peter Pan.
Hook, Captain Hook.
When you need to call him, you look up.
Captain Hook uses a phone book.
Captain Hook
Very
in the phone
close.
book.
Yes.
If it's close enough.
Yes,
yeah.
that.
Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know who that is, so I'm going to skip that one.
Okay.
30 seconds.
I don't know who that is either.
Go to the next card.
Okay. Color.
Black, blue, green, red. Okay. Pink.
Yes.
Okay.
Ice. Yeah, I said ice. I don't know if that makes it not.
Go to the next one.
Pink
10
uses
seconds.
an ice rink.
Superhero. Under the sun.
Superman.
No.
Aquaman. Iron
And
Man.
time. You got 1
I
point.
got one.
Congratulations. Casey, roll the dice. Let's see what color cards you're doing.
Yellow.
So, in this one, me and Olivia know that Eddie Redmayne is always going to be a part of the rhyme. We have to figure out what the rest of the rhyme is. Ready, go.
So that person
Eddie Redmayne.
is clearing where water goes down.
Cleaning a drain.
Eddie Redmayne cleaning drain. Yeah.
Yep. So this is a Christmas item that's sugary and in the form of a shepherd's
Eddie
hook.
Redmayne eating a candy cane.
Yep. And then this next one is not wine, but he's drinking another bubbly substance.
Eddie Redmayne drinking a root beer.
That's not at the right...
Drinking champagne.
There it is.
Next one, go.
Christian
All right.
Bale.
So, escargot.
Christian
Eating
Bale
snails.
eating a snail.
All right. And then this is... if he were to become a furry, he would then have something
Christian
growing...
Bale growing a tail.
There it is. And then if he was blind, he would be...
Christian
Reading
Braille.
There it
I was
is.
gonna say chainmail for some
All right. So this is Dr. Dre
Dr. Dre.
doing what Jericho loves as dance.
Doing ballet.
And then
And time. 6 points.
Hey, that was good.
that's 7. I just got the ballet. 7
Wait, you
points.
got all of them.
Oh, okay. All right.
We were going so fast you couldn't keep up.
7-2. That means I have to do pink.
All
Because
right.
you guys didn't.
So what is pink?
Solve it. So in this case, I just read exactly what's on the card. The Godfather is in Florida at Disney World. In which you'd have to get Marlon Brando in Orlando, which...
That would be difficult.
Yeah, that one's not going to be easy. So that's an example of how it works. The pink cards. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Transformers and Ninja Turtles actress is making shapes with a baby's wooden cubes.
Okay.
Megan Fox playing with blocks?
Playing with blocks.
Yep. British host of the Golden Globes is enjoying a white sauce you spread on burgers.
Is Conan British?
I don't know the Golden Globes
I feel like
host.
it's,
All right, female Resident Evil star has a pain in her side brought on by eating too much, then running.
Stitches.
I
I don't know her name.
You guys don't know her name, okay.
Okay.
Female Empire State of Mind singer teaching jumping parasites for the circus.
Say that again?
No. Legendary outlaw from Sherwood Forest is visiting the home of Indian cinema.
Oh, it's Robin Hood.
Robin Hood and Bollywood.
Thank you. Richie from Happy Days is a yellow belly scaredy cat. You guys won't know that. Whatever. School of Rock actor makes a noise like a duck.
Oh, Jack Black Quack.
All I Want for Christmas is You singers lactose intolerant. Oh, I'm out of time.
Is that
Mariah
Carey.
Carey. Dairy.
Dairy.
In order of winner, Casey 7, me 3, Olivia 2. Now, let's try one more time.
Obviously, the yellow one must be the easiest one, so
Yes.
I'm going to go with yellow.
All right, let's see who is the winner. Yellow, go.
R2D2, get some ink.
R2D2.
Has blue? Uses blue ink?
No, okay, get some ink on his skin.
Draws.
Oh, gets a tattoo.
Thank you.
Oh, that kind of thing.
R2D2, making a child's craft.
R2D2 does
Using Elmer's...
uses Elmer glue.
Elmer's glue.
R2D2 uses glue.
R2D2 is sick.
R2D2 has
the flu. Ben Stiller.
Is a killer.
Does a very famous feet-moving thing to Michael Jackson's song.
Ben Stiller does Thriller. Dances Thriller.
What was the first thing you said?
Does a dance to Thriller?
No, the other thing. Before I
Killer.
started.
Killer.
Close, but
Is
like
a killer. Is a
out of breakfast.
time. What was it?
Serial killer.
Serial killer. We'll give you the point. All right, 5 points to Olivia. Now, Casey beat us the last one. We'll give him what was apparently the hardest.
But then you have to do the pink one again.
Oh, yeah. No, you get pink.
All right, I
Come
get
on,
pink.
stop trying to cheat the game, Casey.
I didn't
All
do
right,
anything.
ready, go.
All right, so star of The Fugitive and Men in Black is throwing rocks across the surface of the lake.
Okay, that's
Robert Redford.
Nope.
no, the other one. The guy who's also
Morgan
the genie.
Freeman.
No.
No.
Well, his co-actor in Men in Black.
Oh.
Larry.
All right, arrogant idol judge from the UK is requesting a certain type of letter in the Wheel of Fortune.
Scott. I mean that one. Simon Cowell
He's
needs a
from the
vowel.
UK?
Simon Cowell needs a vowel.
There it is. Yes, he is. $1 Million Baby and Driving Miss Daisy actor
Don't.
on a boat with a bunch of sailors.
Skip.
Black voice. Anyway, all right, moving on. Inventor of the light bulb needs to take drugs because of an illness.
Benjamin Franklin.
Nope. Light bulb.
Einstein.
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
Detroit area has a museum.
Nikola Tesla.
No. Other one.
No, it's I can't think of his name right now.
Edward.
All right, leader of the Catholic Church. Never pup
Wait a
son.
minute. What is his name?
Thomas Edison.
Thank you. I knew it. I had like
yes.
the ED in
That's
my head
the
and I couldn't think of the other part
I
of
said something with an E twice, so my brain was there. All right.
So I only got one that time.
Don't bring history into the. Okay, here we go.
I tried, okay? I don't like the solvents. You're right. They're hard.
Yellow. Here we go.
Green, you mean.
Giant elephant ear guy consuming
Dumbo.
a southern dish.
Dumbo eats gumbo.
Red-haired country singer doing laundry.
I don't know country singers.
Actress country
I know,
singer.
but
Okay, let's go.
it's
The author of Tom Sawyer repairs the kitchen sink.
Mark Twain.
Fixes a drain.
Male star who plays Steve Jobs. No. Shaggy ghost-busting dog is totally transparent.
Scooby-Doo
Is see-through.
Yes.
is see-through.
No Doubt singer regards a purple dinosaur.
Gwen Stefani. Barney
Regards a purple dinosaur.
meets
Gwen Stefani
Barney.
meets Barney?
And time. It's regards. I don't.
Oh well.
Or watching purple dinosaur. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 points in order. Olivia wins. I come in second again, and Casey is last.
From first to last.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is the easiest one because you have the rhyme to work with.
Right.
Today we're going to talk about order and chaos, which you will find throughout the Bible. I didn't realize this was such an important theme until when I was writing my book, The Rush and the Rest. Paul kept talking about order in the church. Why? Because God's a God of order. And then he would explain...
He's not a judge? Order in the church. You're thinking of okay.
So, as I was reading through this, I'm like, it's weird how Paul keeps coming back to order. Like, why is this such an important thing? And then about a year later, I'm writing another book with your husband, who's doing all my Japanese translating, called Kaiju of Biblical Proportions. And as I'm working on that, I come across not just the theme of order, but it's like antithesis, chaos. And these themes keep coming up as I'm reading throughout that. So I'm like, what is this? Like, why is this so important? So before we jump in, I don't know, what do you guys think? Why would the Bible care so much about order? Why would that theme be so prominent?
I have a thought, but it's not fully thought out.
All right, so I'll jump in.
Yeah.
So, because God created things. I mean, when he did, in the creation story, there's an order to what he created. So he created order, so he likes order.
Gotcha.
I think maybe I'm going to focus more on the chaos part since you just did order. Chaos is really just the tearing down of what God has created and using it to do things it wasn't meant to. Sort of the twisting of God's creation and God's order.
And with that, we're done. They've explained the whole message.
So chaos is like overclocking a processor on a PC.
You need to stop doing analogies. It's not your strong suit.
Well, I think a good way to paint this picture is... Okay, so we have God who's the creator, and then we have Satan. Satan does not have the power to create. He cannot take nothing and make something like God can. What Satan can do is twist and corrupt the things that God has already created. Am I so far okay?
No, that's good. Yeah.
So we have Satan taking these things that God has given purpose, and when you twist that purpose away, it creates chaos, which just comes in and ruins the picture.
Yeah, I was just reading the Silmarillion yesterday. Tolkien's it at least starts. People mostly only know the first part of it, including myself, because it's the beginning part is so beautiful. But God makes basically the Satan figure, and they're all singing this beautiful melody. But then the Satan figure starts trying to add in his own kind of tune into the melody, and starts kind of throwing off the order that was originally created in this beautiful melody, and until finally they become so distinct from each other that they're both going at the same time, and all these other angel figures, some are staying with God and his melody, but these other ones are like, ooh, I like where this one's going, and soon these two songs will be sang. But yeah, this is, it was given only one melody to sing, if you will. It was given order to live by. Then as it started to experiment with these other ways, it starts finding itself running amok and creating chaos and havoc. There was my attempt at a confusing analogy. But yeah. Casey's right on track with the idea. I think the reason that Paul was so big into order is because he's what do we know about God from the very beginning of the scriptures? Well, at the beginning, life was chaos. It was only chaos. This was an important theme for Hebrew thinking. The sea, the ocean, that's all chaos. We don't know what's out there. It's scary. There's large creatures we've seen in the sea. They put mythical creatures out there like Leviathan, which was almost of a little g god variety in other cultures. Leviathan lived out in the ocean, and he would rise up, and Job says when he rises up, even the mighty are afraid. Or another way that you'd interpret that word mighty, Elim, you would say the gods, the little g gods are afraid of this thing. So like chaos is all out there. Why? Well, at the beginning of the Bible, obviously God made everything, but it doesn't start with him making the ocean. The ocean's already there. God comes and hovers across the face of the deep. So the ocean, like from the beginning, is kind of not associated with God's order. It's unordered. It's out there. God's order is the land that comes out of it. And there's order in that. And then the animals and the fish and the sea and all these other things until we finally get to humans who are appointed over all of this. And then the order continues. And Paul, to some extent, he's trying to figure out, like, the order. He's trying to understand, like, what's God's order? Well, we look at Genesis. Here's the way that everything was made. And everything has its own different glory because of the different ways in which it was made and where it is on that hierarchy of creation and things like that. But the Bible consistently comes back to order. And Genesis plays this huge theme in that. How did God design the world? When he made marriage, what did that look like? It looked like a husband and a wife coming together, leaving their parents to create more offspring. And this is the order that God sets into place. And so when you look at chaos in the Bible and chaotic places in the Bible, they're often pictured as the antithesis of Eden. Right?
So what you're saying is to be single is to be chaos. And to be married is to be order. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's not what I said.
I think you've taken some sprinkles of what he said and then
manipulated the
repurposed
chaos?
it into a donut.
Well, they actually would have thought, so they treated one of the laws that they upheld, since it was right at the beginning of the Bible, was be fruitful and multiply. This is why Jews often acted like if you don't get married, you're cursed because you're not holding up one of the first laws we were given, which is to have children. But then Jesus comes along and he says, actually, God is going to call some people to be single. They're like, whoa, hang on, that's not in our understanding. Like, you have to get married to follow God. And their fights were about, like, how many children are you going to have? Like, what's being obedient to God? Because you're supposed to be fruitful and multiply. So when's a good time to stop doing that? Like, these were fights that they would have. So when Jesus comes along, he's like, order is, and he'll be like, he affirms what's there. He says, as far as order goes, like, it is one man, it is one woman coming together in marriage. And that means not polygamy. That means all other kinds of things. But he also goes on to be like, one of the things you're misunderstanding, though, is God is going to call some people to be single, including Jesus himself. Jeremiah in the Old Testament is called to be single, which he seemed to hate, but nonetheless, it was one of his callings on his life. So when you look at these stories, you see Jesus like bringing to light, again, it's about God's order. And they were saying, like, can't we get divorced and remarried? And Jesus is like, no, that wasn't the order in the beginning. God hasn't changed his mind since then. So remarriage in his mind was off the table unless there was major infidelity that could not be worked through or forgiven. So, like, when you look at God in flesh himself, and they say, how are...
Speaking of chaos.
So anyways, when you look at God in flesh, even he looks at the order of the world and reconfirms it. God hasn't changed it. Places that don't practice that kind of order are considered chaos. Sodom and Gomorrah is pictured as like anti-Eden. It's antithesis. And so there's constantly this story throughout the Bible of what are you going to pursue? Are you here to do what God called you to do and pursue order and pursue the order that God had formed? Or are you here to create chaos, which Satan brought into existence by kind of twisting order and changing it? And that's not always easy for us. It seems that we are predisposed to want chaos. What's that hymn? It's going.
Was once was lost.
Not every hymn is amazing grace.
Now I'm found.
Prone to wander, so I feel it. Prone to leave the God I love. Like that's an experience that we've all had at some point. This prone to wander, this prone to chaos, this prone to look at God's order and say, I could follow that, but there are other options given to me that sound a lot better, sound a lot more tempting.
Isn't that come thou found?
Come thou found, yeah. And we often want to go those directions. That's human experience because sin is in our lives. So, well, this is why at the end of Revelation, too, that the ocean's gone. There was no more sea. It's the idea that chaos is finally done away with and only God's order is established completely. So, anyways, that was more or less what I was looking to dive into today. And we all have a choice to pursue. Will we choose God's chaos? Will we choose God's order or Satan's chaos? That's what's on the table from the very beginning of the Bible. And humanity shows from the very beginning of the Bible it chooses chaos and
Constantly. And over again.
Over and over again. And we are still prone to wander. Lord, I feel it. Prone to leave the God I love. But here's my heart, Lord. Take and seal it. Seal it for thy throne above.
What he said.
I just wanted to sound really cool going out there, but
Poetry. Just kidding. He
Stealing
stole
a
it
song.
from a
poetry.
song.
So we've all experienced order and chaos in some way, and now we'd like to hear about your own journey.
Join us on the Discord and tell us all about it.
And a good way to be a part of those that are in order is to hit the subscribe button down below or leave a comment if you want to have some chaos.
What?
So on a different note, how does this compare to Sonic Legacy with trying to find the Chaos Emeralds?
So the Chaos Emeralds, if you go back to the original Sonic conception,